JIL Communications has had your traditional IP based partner selling MPLS and data type services to the Windstream base for years. They've done about 6 deals that look similar to this, probably in the last year or so, and these guys are not cloud experts. They've just decided they're going to start asking the questions and getting us involved, and it's worked out phenomenal. So their customer is out of Tennessee. It's called Lexon Surety. They're in the surety bond business, right? So you're going to do a legal agreement. You might want to, bond yourself with a surety bond for protection and to mitigate risk. And the business is run on a multi-tiered application, a policy management portal. And our direct team, another interesting facet to this deal, our direct team bid on it in 2011 and actually lost. And they lost to a competitor, and we were told that it was price. That our initial bid from the direct side was about $12,000 per month. Fast forward several years later, we find out that JIL is actually in there servicing this customer. And what did they enable us to do? They enabled us to get to the stakeholders and the decision makers. Really excellent story, because we weren't at that table, and now we've got a better audience to really do more due diligence and discovery. And what we were to understand, it wasn't just speeds and feeds. The solution that the incumbent provider had developed was not adequately meeting the business needs. Twofold. One, they're growing 10 to 15% a year, so how do they scale? Number two, high availability. The solution was inadequate and wasn't letting them sleep at night. So what did we sell? We deployed that policy application in our Chicago data center, and then what we did is we replicated using SRM technology to the Nashville data center. And all of a sudden, that one business need and allowing the customer to sleep at night was met. Now, they're highly available inside the facilities, but we mitigated the risk of a meteorite falling on that Chicago facility. They're going to be up, because any type of downtime, they can't have that policy management up, it means money lost. Secondarily, these things can expand rapidly. So day one, there were 16 VMs, all being replicated. And you can put these VMs in the replication pool or take them out. What if they wanted to add more? New lines of business come on, they're growing. Now I got 20 VMs, 25 VMs. You're not calling anybody, you do it yourself. Expand, shrink it back down. So that's exactly what was happening with this customer. I'll also say that there was ancillary services built into the deal, and you can sell all this stuff a la carte, and that's why I pointed out. Hosted Exchange was part of this deal. You guys may know, we white label Intermediate. Mimecast, which is unified email management, was part of this deal, right? So for business continuance, long-term archival, and security, we bolted on the Mimecast solution. As far as backups are concerned, all of these clouds have backups included, but that's daily backups, and only 30-day retention. They wanted image-based, and they wanted more granular intervals. So we introduced Seagate eVault, and we manage that for them. That's not going to Seagate eVault and then you manage it yourself. We're managing that for the customer. So when you bolt all these things in, you really have a comprehensive solution that drives tremendous value. Guess what? That $12,000 deal is now $20,000, and price wasn't an issue thanks to that partner. So great deal, great win with a traditional partner.
Wow. No, I was just going to say, obviously, we've worked with hosted solutions before. I have personally. Even though I've done it and I've closed business,
yes,
and they did a fantastic job and the customer's extremely happy,
yes,
it's still something I don't do every day.
I know.
So I kind of fall back into that, how did this happen again?
Yeah.
How do I start,
Yeah.
how do you get the customer engaged in something like that? Just kind of some basic stuff.
So I think I hear a lot, it really depends on who your customer is, and I hear a lot in these forums that, hey, ask them about server refreshes. Well, that certainly is a driver, but I would challenge you to say, guys, what's happening inside your customer? How are they leveraging technology today to support that business, right? And is that strategy going to be the same strategy? Is it going to meet the needs in 12, 18, 24 months, right? And all of a sudden, that conversation changes. And now you're thinking about, is there mergers and acquisitions happening? New lines of business coming on? Did another stakeholder come into the business that has something different? These are trigger points. These are real change in the company. Everyone has a customer that goes, DR would be great, we need to do DR. And then you get a rep who might be a little inexperienced, like, we have a deal. Good luck. why do they need to do DR? Did they just sign a customer that has SLAs built into their contract that they need a DR plan, or it would be nice? It would be nice to do DR. There's a big difference in how you're going to qualify that deal. So that's what I would suggest. You don't need to be experts either. My team can help you.
You've got to run through a couple of these, obviously, because you find something with every one. I mean, we had one deal that I'd worked with Chris that was, I thought, wrapped up, ready to go. There was a little something missed there with the Hyper-V versus VMware and a conversion that caused enough question in the customer's mind to say, let's hold off. Now, eventually we're going to move forward with some of those things. Okay, so then will that now transfer to Bernie?
Yes.
Okay.
We lost a deal recently that we won. We got the verbal with you guys, and it was like a nice 5K deal. And when the customer went to migrate, they had trouble, right? They had real trouble. We're not the guy, the commodity guy that's going to come in and say, look, you don't have any IT staff, just bring all that stuff to us. We want your customer that actually is more mature.
And you'll find those are the customers too that are like willing to have that discussion, that deeper conversation about business continuity and how things are going to look in a year, 2 years, 5 years. So.
Awesome, guys. I think we can do a lot with you. I'll make sure Bernie gets out there and